Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of Deadbeat Son with Trey Lamb. I'm Trey Lamb. How about that, huh? Look how that worked out. Today is September 6th, and thanks for tuning in once again. Thanks for all the people watching, following along. I've said this before, I'll say it again because it's still happening. We're in a consolidation phase. Nothing wrong with that. We're, sure, the numbers are, dwindling, but we're finding the core, the real ones, the people who are really about this. Even if there's 6 of you, I don't care. Let's 7 of us up and away. You know what I mean? Because that's all we need. Well, I mean, not for, sponsors or ads, probably need more than that, but that's all us here is all we need. Just us, you know what I mean? So thank you. Make sure to, comment if there's something you like, part of it you like, part of it you don't. Last week I clipped out part of episode 6 where I sang, right? I did a little song and dance, just the song and the Beastie Boys thing, and I posted that clip on Instagram, and not a lot of views, but a lot of comments, and that frightens me. When there's not a lot of people watching it, but people talking about it, that doesn't bode well for old Trey, So I can't. I'm not even gonna look. Because I feel like if people really liked it, it would be getting more views and more shares, but it's not. It's getting comments, so that could be people saying I don't like. Jeez. All right, let's look. Let's look right now. We got to do this. Okay, let's go to my comments. Here we go, and let's see, 27 comments. We have okay. Oh wait, people like the Beastie Boys. Okay, a guy said I was gonna turn him gay. Someone said, "Bro, shut up." Okay, you know what I mean. You're always gonna get those. You're always gonna have people just telling me to shut up. Move the swipe away, then. If you want me to shut up, stop the video from playing. That's what you're hearing. Anyway, but we like all the comments. It keeps it going, keeps it, in the rotation. We want to please Almighty Zuck. You know what I mean? Man, what a week! So this week I've been planning, doing a little planning, future stuff, looking at stuff coming down the line, which is good because that means I intend to make it that far. You always like to plan things in advance so that you have something to look forward to. Shows, I got shows coming up. I just now, this is recorded on the 5th. I just booked a show. I'm going to be headlining the downtown Salt Lake City Wiseguys Club on September 18th, which is very close, I understand. So get your tickets. Let's go see it. I don't have to be clean. I had to be clean at the last headlining thing. It was, I did it and it was a lot of fun, but I don't have to be now. And so your boy's going to let loose. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say some naughty stuff. So please come out to that. That's gonna be big. I'll plug more dates at the end, but that one is really exciting to me because wow, cool. So got that going on, man. wanted to talk about today, uh, this week's topic. I started playing video games, um, and then this is when every woman just leaves, just stops listening. But I started doing it again. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. Um, it's nice. It's a nice way to just shut off my brain for a minute because, I work a lot, um, doing stuff, and so it's nice to just be able to focus on. I know I could exercise or take up another hobby. This is easier and cheaper and more fun. So I've been doing that, and boy, did I miss the camaraderie in the chat rooms. I don't know if camaraderie is the word. Vitriol, the animosity, the anger. Maybe that's more what I'm going for. Because it's still there, baby. They still got it. A lot of things come and go. The sun rises and the sun sets on different, different parts of life, different cultures, different communities. Certain ones, are more popular, but the online video game lobbies, I mean, hats off to them because they have stayed the same since 2002, baby. Like, it is just man. And I thought that games or companies would have taken the extra steps, extra precautions to mitigate, foul language, racial slurs, anything of that nature. But God bless them, they stayed true. They said, no, this is where boys become men and where men revert back to being boys. It's a safe space. It's the most dangerous safe space you've ever been a part of. But man, did it do a lot for me, You'd learn things. You'd learn things that you just, you get to see you get to see what's coming. When I was a kid, and I lived in Winnipeg in a, it's not a fun city. When we would pull up to gas stations, the gas attendant would come out and pump our gas for us. And it was always an older guy, not older, but older than me, a child. So it was like a teenager, early 20s. And I remember always looking at those guys like, oh, that's what I'm gonna be, because that's just what I thought as a kid. My parents didn't really give me high sights, but it's all walks of life. Everyone everyone comes together in the chat rooms. You'll have dudes who you'll have a guy who's a substitute teacher who shows up, works 3 times a week, shows up to a class of kids that hate his guts, and just make his life not barely worth living. Well, it's a place for that guy to come and tell a lot of those, and sometimes even those exact same kids tell them, to go fuck themselves, or to, to put different parts of his body. Maybe not that. Probably should cut that part out. Or tell them to give them suggestions of, what they can, or retell them the evening that he had spent, with their moms, or something like that. Or, maybe this is the chance where you'd have a guy like that, or you'd have, NBA player who every time he's playing, he has to see some just, this like 6'6" stacked, millionaire has to go to Oklahoma just to get screamed at by some fat slob. It's a place for that guy to go and tell kids to go fuck themselves too. It's kind of what it all comes down to. You hear a deep voice and then you're like, oh, whatever, it's just another loser. But as soon as you hear like a scratchy preteen kind of voice, that's our target. And you just I remember being like, I remember being like 10, 11 and going on there, and you have a tough day at school. You're making your substitute teacher question his choices, and it's just a place to let off steam. And then you go log on, you get into a match in a game, and then the conversation's already going, and they're you're hearing them talking about like stuff like smelling fingers. You're like, what it's humbling too, on both sides of it. Nothing like getting sniped by some 6-year-old from nothing like getting sniped by some 6-year-old from Croatia, or whatever, another country that doesn't exist. And he's like, oh, you like the this and that, whatever European bullshit. You get some Ukrainian going like, oh yeah, huh? And then people will just harp on him like, yeah, how's your country, stuff like that. Not cool, but it's good for people, and bad. Oh man. But then if you heard like a woman's voice on there, I mean, that would be once in every couple years you might hear a woman's voice pop on in the chat. And you'd think that, like, because the stereotype surrounding that is that all these guys are going to start harping on her and being sexually suggestive and or just downright disrespectful. You'd think because that's such a well-known trope that it wouldn't happen, that you'd log on, you'd get get in the match, and then it would just be a whatever. You'd be like, see, it's just all made up stuff. But no. It's like, it's just a chance for guys to just say that. It's guys who are too afraid to catcall, because now the woman's brought to their headset. If you could, I feel like if they could dress up and in the street, in catcall, they'd do that. If they could put on like Ninja Turtle outfits, because it's the anonymity that makes it so good, that brings it out. You get like a message from Pinecone Liquor, 1249, and it's telling you things that he wants. It's telling you, it's like an address, and it's like a PO box that he wants, and the the location of a key, and he wants you to go pick it up, and fool me once sort of deal with that is what I say. But man, you'd get on those things, and I mean, you'd go in as like a Milhouse, and you'd come out an Andrew Tate, basically, right? Like, just from one round of Call of Duty. You're going in like, respectful, and like you're going in holding doors open, or holding doors open for women who are kind of far. You ever seen that move? You go from that to forgetting that you're on a date. You go from putting your coat down on a puddle to hitting on other girls while you're on a date with someone, with a chick, you know. It's like it would just turn you, you know. I saw my buddy, you know, he just got like a new PlayStation, you know. He was so psyched to get Call of Duty. He came back the next day at school shell shocked, man. You know, he came back just eyes, dude, he couldn't blink. So what happened to you, man? He's like, and he's like, you ever seen Two Girls, One Cup? I was like, oh, God, what did they do to you? You know? He said, they sent me some links, man. Jeez, the chat room's got him, man. Man, we were so wild. We would get on, like, chat roulette, and it was just known that you were going to get a guy yanking his meat, you know? It was just like, yeah, you know, next. It's like, we just became so used to it. It just felt like, it became like buying fruit, dude. Became like you're looking at the, oh yeah, this one's all right, and then each guy, you know, yerking it is just another rotten apple. You're like, oh nope, not that one. Okay, these are fine. Oh nope, another one. Hey man, it shouldn't be. What? Like, is that what women just see throughout the day? Like, if you took a POV of a woman's day, but like through her eyes, and just cut it up into segments, it would be that, right? Like, we're just walking down the street. It's, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, how you doing? And then just a guy just, yeah. And then we would just, no, not that. It could have, like, how many did we see? How many guys did we see pleasuring themselves as kids? Where's the law with that? Where's the, I don't know, man. I guess if you can get past the Fort Knox that of the internet, you know, by clicking a box, then you're pretty much good to go. But you know, you'll see on like TikTok and stuff, you'll see these like cool musicians go on there, and then they'll get these two hot chicks on, and then he'll be like, oh, can I play you a song? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. And then he like doop, 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 and then he like goes crazy, and then they're freaking out and like, oh my God, you're so good. And he does like this whole thing. You get on expecting that, but no. What do you get? You get a guy who just got back from a substitute teaching job, yanking it to the oldies, baby. You know, he just got back from these kids treating him like garbage, and he went online, told them all to, you know, where they can stick what, and wants to cap the night off. Little R&R, nothing wrong with that. Wants to cap the night off. I get it, but at what cost? You know, I'm sitting there with my buddies. Look at this. We what did we want? We were 14. We wanted to get girls to show us their boobs on the internet, you know. But instead, we got much more. So what I'm saying is, this is what made me who I am. You know? So I think it's important. Or is it? It was important for me, you know? Like, and it's not something that it's just not I don't think it's this, you know, it's not quite the same. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It's all nice now, except for the chat rooms. The chat rooms have not changed. It was important It's a humbling thing. If you're not getting humbled in school or outside, you're not playing a sport. You gotta you gotta get told you gotta get told where you can shove what and who's banging your mom. You have to be told that that's somewhere. You have to get a version of that somewhere, and it's extremely important for a growing boy. Women, I don't know what to tell you. You have an entirely different experience with online stuff. When you go on chat roulette, people are happy to see you. That's a nice feeling. Like, oh wow, we got one. It's very much that. Um, when you get on video games, you get treated like garbage. And I don't know what that's like. But you gotta get humbled. Nothing will humble you more than seeing, you know, 12, 14 different men's penises in the same evening. You're just trying to get your math homework done. You're trying to learn what imaginary numbers are. Meanwhile, you got you got Mr. Shelby online. It was important. It was important, for me though. Not just the dicks, but the the attitude, the perspective on life. You're getting inside knowledge from some of the saddest people in the world. That's very interesting. Where else are you gonna get that opportunity? You're not gonna go talk to them in the street. You're not gonna see a guy, you're not gonna see a guy, wearing sweats and sandals out with like a flannel and in the middle of summer, and you go, oh, let me go see what he's got to say about women. You're not gonna find some dude. You don't see a guy out, at the when you're in a drive-through and you see the person's reflection in their rear view mirror. You're not looking in the mirror at the drive-through and seeing the guy's neck beard in the car ahead of you and going, I wonder what he's got to say about women. You just don't. But the online gaming, chat rooms, you're going to hear it. You're going to get political takes. You're going to hear about things the government's doing that you never thought were possible, certain tragedies that happened, historical tragedies that happened to, the country, that you thought were because of a certain group. It turns out to be another group entirely, that's very interesting. Talking about 9/11. You're just going to hear it. And you agreed to that by playing Call of Duty. You agreed to hear, you agreed to hear why men are becoming pussies. Said by a man who is waiting for his pizza rolls to heat up in his air fryer. You're getting the scoop on the Democrats by a guy who's probably got a fleshlight on him as he's telling it to you. You're hearing what the Dems are doing to the country. And at the same time, you'll hear a funny parody of a Dua Lipa song that has an extensive use of the N-word. Whatever your style, whatever your taste, wherever you kind of fall, you'll hear about certain millionaire TV moguls who became the president, and how they may or may not be the second coming of Jesus Christ. You know, you'll hear about that, which, you know, which is pretty astounding, but it's everything, baby. It's such a good community, and we need more of that, because people are getting people. That's going to be where Andrew Tate's going to end up. He got deplatformed from everything. Find him on Call of Duty networks. Find him in the chat rooms, you know, in Call of Duty. He's probably given seminars about, you know, who's holding the door for who, man. You know, listen, Toots, you hold that door open for me. I don't know much about the guy, but it's something along those lines. You know, I know he does. Yeah, he wants the door held for him. The guy loves nunchucks, and I feel like he'd fit. I feel like the online gaming community would really vibe with that. Maybe, I don't know if it's the same now. If it's as bad now, it may have lightened up a little bit, because a lot of kids are playing now, because kids are getting too good at games. But, you know, Andrew Tate definitely spent some time in the chat rooms. I wonder what he was like before. It's like Bane, you know? It's like he went into that hole, that prison in a hole, and that's the Call of Duty chat rooms, and he came out flipping nunchucks and saying women suck. What a guy. Anyway, that's episode 8. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, I said I would plug these dates. So, okay. End of the month. No, yeah. September 18th. Headlining downtown Salt Lake City. The Wiseguys down there. That's going to be a lot of fun. Get your tickets. It's on a Sunday. And then November, first week of November, I'm going to California, folks. Doing it. Going out to California way. Got Santa Barbara booked, LA booked, and San Diego booked for November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All of these dates and for live shows will be posted on my website and on my Instagram. So my website is treylamb.com. How cool is that? And then Instagram @TreyJLamb. Thanks for watching.